Okay, welcome to Sefeo Podcast. Hey, Mr. Febri, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Mr. Gandri. How are you, Mr. Gandri?
Great, great. Always busy like a
Alright.
busy every weekdays, but yeah, still loving the job. Can still not complain. And how are you today?
I'm doing good. Alhamdulillah. Alright.
Alhamdulillah.
So, I guess today we're going to talk about experiences in learning English. Yeah.
It's a quite topic, right?
Maybe I'm gonna start from one question first for you. Can you
Okay.
please me? Yes. Okay. Okay, can you please tell me your experiences when you learn English at the first time?
So yeah, I think English is we learn English when we are in the elementary school. I think. How about you? So it's like a formal what is a subject, right? When we are in the elementary, junior, senior, and until maybe university. But I realized that yeah, maybe recently in this year 2022 maybe. So to learning is it's need a process. It's need a process. It's not instant skill that we can master it in the one day. It's different. Like you wanna you will get examination for tomorrow like physics or maths, and you just one night you can master and you can get high score. For English, I think is totally different. Yeah.
Okay,
And how about you, Feb?
that's important. Me, okay, I could say maybe same as you. Well, actually, we were learning English since elementary school or maybe high school, but our purpose at that time was not speaking.
Yeah,
So our purpose at that time
exactly.
was only answering the questions for the national examination, I guess. That's all. But maybe a couple years ago, it triggered me to learn English, especially for speaking. So that's the first time I started learning English. Step by step, of course, as you said before, when it comes to the linguistic, to the language, it takes a lot of time. We cannot master it only in a day or only in a month. It takes a lot of time, like maybe year, maybe. I think it's a long life learner, being an English learner, I guess. All right. Okay. So I do believe that everyone has different purpose when they start learning English.
Yeah.
I wonder your purpose. I mean, what is your aim to
Yeah.
learn
I
English?
believe everybody have a goals, yeah, to learn English. I mean, yeah, for me, I have a let's say maybe my specific goals. I want to take a IELTS test to get a certificate to get a scholarship in abroad. But yeah, I realized that it takes time. It need a process. So I just make myself to get used to get yeah to engage with this skill. Like I must love reading everything in English, watching maybe Netflix or YouTube with a subtitle. It really helped me a lot. So and this is TPO, right? This is a very great community. We are here, Febri. Is we have what is like weekly meeting, right? With the random topic. So this is very good community. So yeah, I think it's helped me a lot. So for the goals, yeah, I have the scholarship. I want to take a scholarship, and from I think along that process, I have so many benefits. Like we meet here, right? I know you
Yeah.
from because of English. I joined CPO because I learned English. So yeah, I think it's more than the goals. Yeah, it's really amazing for me. How about you?
Mhm. Yes, I could say that we are in the same boat. I mean, our passion is quite same, I guess. We want to learn English. We want to have new ability, especially for English, and also and I found it interesting when I like a couple months ago I met you in the English community, and then we joined
Yeah.
Sefeo, where Sefeo provides us to be a host, and then to be a speakers, and then to be what do we call, to practice our speaking like
Yeah, yeah.
every day, and
So,
then we
so
have
shall
schedules.
shall we spill what that moment we share? So for listener, we I and Mr. Febri also, like, we don't ever meet to directly, yeah, in offline. We
Yes.
just do
Yeah.
it online. So I just know Febri, not in CVO, but because we have a several like community also, like
Mhm.
speaking English. So we just know each other, and then we just share the link. So
Yes.
I still remember that Mr. Febri asked me that, do you have any link to share to practice together? I know, I remember that.
Yes.
And until, oh wow, you are in the CPO also. So yeah, we met there. So the enthusiasm that we must have a spare time. We need,
Mhm.
yeah, if you have spare time, just join, just speak wherever you want. I think it's helped us a lot, yeah, Febri, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. As you said before, like because we are in the same. I mean, because we have the same passion. I mean, like improving
Yeah.
our English, and then what do we call? Like we join like several communities on WA, and then
Yeah.
ourselves. I'm such a link hunter. You can say that. I'm
Yeah,
such
we
a
are the
link
link
hunter,
hunter, bro.
especially for the speaking, because I want to practice
Speaking
it
English.
on and on. Like only
Yeah,
that. I
yeah,
want to practice it on and on
yeah.
to get used to, as you said before, to get used to speak English. Simple things like that. And may I have questions? Maybe this is our listeners want to know again from you and also from me, maybe tips and trick if they want to start learning English.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? Which
So
one?
okay. So for me, learning English is, we must change our mindset maybe. So in my point of view, that we already mentioned that we learn English in the formal school, like elementary, junior, high. But it really focus in grammar and about maybe reading, and the last skill is about speaking or maybe writing. But I have some literature that if you want to learn English, just make yourself like a baby. So you can imagine
Mm,
baby when try to learn English, learn a language, new language. They try to imitate. So the first step is listening. So you must listen anything in English, podcast, YouTube, radio, anything in English. So you get used to the pronunciation, and okay, you know the word, what's the meaning. After that, maybe try to speak, try to imitate, try to, yeah, use the correct pronunciation. Maybe British or USA is okay. So listening first, speaking, and then read to enhance our vocabulary. I think it's really important. If our goal is just wanna take IELTS, there's so many academical words that we must master it, right? But like I said, we still need love the process. We must love the process. So after we learning speaking, listening, speaking, reading, and the last is writing. I think writing is the last skill that we can master it. I mean, it's the high level. Mostly if somebody have expert in writing skills, mostly the person, or they also expert in reading or maybe in speaking mostly. So for me, yeah, make yourself as a baby. Master listen first. Try to speak, imitate, read to know more vocabulary, more, and try to use that new word. You can use this community to practice a new vocab and maybe learn idioms. It's really help us, right? When you
mhm,
take a
mhm,
speaking test, is really boosting your score, I think. And then the last is writing.
mhm.
So this is for me. I don't know. Maybe you have any point of view, Mr. Febri. How about you?
Me, okay, maybe I will give like another alternatives way to
Yeah.
learn English. I do agree with you. uh, listening and reading, they are like the input, while speaking and
Yeah.
also writing are the output, right, of the product.
Yes.
And then another alternative to learn English may be for me, if you are a person that you need a tutor and you need an assistant
Yeah.
to assist you on which one is right to learn first. I mean, which one? I mean, you need a guide. You need a
Yeah.
guidance from
Exactly.
anyone to learn something. So you
Exactly.
can maybe take an English course. It's fine
Yeah.
though. Maybe some people don't agree with that way, but it works with me. So like I said before, that a couple of years ago I started learning English. I took an English course at times. Of course, I supported myself, listened a lot of podcasts. I read a lot of articles. Not maybe not long articles. Maybe like headline of the what do we call headline of the news, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But it also helped me to gain a lot of vocabularies, and also uh, when we take an English course, of course we know the theory, right? We know the
Yeah.
theory, we know the grammatical things, all of the things about the grammar, and try it again, like you said before, try to practice it on and on. We don't have like to practice it in a big group. I mean, like in a big class, like seven or
Yeah.
something. You just need like one person or maybe two people with you to practice what you have learned, what you have
Yeah.
got
Yes.
about the theory, about the grammars, so you can practice it with them on and on, like every day. So
Mm.
I guess that's the one of ways to gain the English for you. I guess. All right.
Indeed. Indeed.
Okay.
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh,
So I want to maybe to underline the word you say, the input and output. Yeah, I agree. So reading and listening is like input, and we need output to master it, speaking and writing. So basically that, how to say that, I know that some article also and videos that the person is already defeat the vocabulary is like have two groups: active vocabulary and passive vocabulary. So if you practice speaking or maybe writing, maybe your vocabulary just limits because you know you only use that vocabulary, but you know the means of the other vocabulary, maybe the for C1 level, like for advanced, but you don't get used to use that vocab. So that's why we need practice our output, speaking and listening. It's really helpful. Just use that idiom, use that word that you feel, oh, is it so academical words maybe? So if you use that word, you will, so what is, like a knowledgeable person. So just use it. It's really helpful. You have a community, use it. Sometimes just mocking Mr. Febri also in words with English, right? With idiom. Yeah, like,
yeah. Right.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm curious about when you say that. I believe that you gain the vocabulary because of reading, but I want to know, how do you memorize those vocabularies? The way you memorize it.
I have several methods, I think, but like we are moody. I think some of we are like the have the hike mood. I mean, we have the hike intention. We also find maybe like one day we can find a 10 or maybe 20 words, and then we can save it in the our phone maybe, and then use it. I have a card, I don't know how to say, card that I found the word, and then I try to find the meaning and use in the
Mhm.
my main daily routine. I think it's really very helpful. But like we are a moody person, so sometimes we get stuck, we feel bored. So Yeah, it's okay when you still in the spirit, in the spirit level. I mean, you feel encouraged to what is to obtain new vocabulary. It's fine to have like let's say your dictionary, your mini dictionary. But sometimes we get bored, we get stuck, and this is the critical point when you feel maybe you feel bored about English, that you feel you are stuck in the level. Just keep it. Just what is go through on that condition, because yeah, that's the challenge, right? When you get stuck in the vocabulary, just I just know that a limit vocabulary, and then I don't know much more. Just read and read. So as simple as that. Just you can
Mm-hmm.
save it in the like a big mini dictionary. Maybe you can save in the notepad, or maybe you can use your writing hand. As long as you can memorize and you how know how to use that vocabulary, I think it's really important. The context about
Mm-hmm.
how we use that vocab. How sometimes we have the same meaning, right, Febri? But it's very different in the contextual. So I think it's really important to know how to
Mm-hmm.
use that vocabulary. So it's about not only about the quantitative, but it's about qualitative. Okay, right?
Yeah,
So
correct.
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Nice, nice. Yeah. Okay, for you listeners, maybe you like to listen to the songs. I mean, like, yeah, it's fine though if you want to learn something, learn English especially to gain many vocabularies
yeah,
by listening to the music. You can go with that.
yeah.
You can also gain your vocabularies by listening to the music
Exactly, exactly.
and maybe podcasts. Exactly, you can go with that as well. Yeah, there are many ways to have many vocabularies. Yeah, so what we are telling you right now is one of many ways to
Anyways,
get the vocabulary.
yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
exactly.
Uh, and
All right.
maybe I will ask you. This is my turn. So some people, like, if you have to choose that the condition, you must master it. You know, in English we have a pronunciation, we have a grammatical grammar. So I think it's really necessary if you want to master it in speaking skill, in spoken English, you must master the pronunciation. But meanwhile, sometimes maybe in other personal opinion, that it's not really necessary. Just I just know how to use that sentence about that grammar. So if you must choose which skill that you will master it, pronunciation skill or maybe grammatical skill, Febri.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's kind of hard choice actually. Well, I don't know. In my perspective, both of them are important.
Mm,
Again, like I said before, grammatically, you need to learn it because you have to know the theory,
mm,
how to produce the sentence. But pronunciation, or in this case, we call it like speaking. For the speaking, right, pronunciations, we also need to learn about it because this is I mean, it's not our language.
mm-hmm.
So our purpose is to speak to the native speakers. I cannot imagine if we mispronounce the word.
Yeah,
I do believe that they cannot understand what we are talking about right now.
yeah.
So pronunciation is, for me, having a good pronunciation is a must.
Mm,
A good having a right pronunciation. Yeah, having the right pronunciation is a must. No matter what accents do you have, as long as you pronounce the word correctly, I guess that native speakers will understand you when you are speaking. So, in this case, for me, pronunciation maybe take the first.
the lead, yeah.
Yes.
It's leading. Yeah, it is leading. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
What about you, Mr. Gandri? Which one
Yeah,
is important for you?
I'm agree with you. So, before I really get involved with English skills. I mean, I have experience to become, let's say, maybe a mentor for English, but it's only focus in grammatical, like a structure and grammatical. But I don't really care about how to pronounce, how to get writing, high writing score, how to get speaking well, how we speak well. I mean, so this is about the structure. Maybe because I love math at that time, and until now I love math. So it's like about this formula, there are so many English in grammatical. We have so many formula, and maybe I try to be a logical. I try to formalize the sentence. So if you have this sentence, and I will try to analyze, oh, this is a subject, this is a verb, this is object, we need a preposition, blah 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 blah. And then I realize it's not really necessary if you want to master in English, the pronunciation. I realized, oh, this is a really important skill. At the time, I just feel, wow, this is not really important. What is the pronunciation? It's not really important. I just master in the structure, in the grammatical sentence, and for now, I realize it's really important. So if you ask me now, I really struggle for the pronunciation. So sometimes I don't know. Maybe I just like a crazy person. Like I just read with loud, or maybe just with us silently, just for myself, how to read the sentence correctly. Like there's so many lot of materials outside there. You can searching in YouTube and try to imitate the native speaker. This really works. So I don't. Yeah, we agree that we don't say that grammatical is not important. But if you are in the beginner level, if you try to loving English, try to know more about English, I think pronunciation is really matter. So try first in pronunciation, and after that, if you get in touch, you feel you are engaged with that skill, you can move to grammatical. So that's my point of view. So
Mhm.
because in the elementary school, we are also master it in the grammatical. We have a 16 sentences. Yes, 16 verb, right? Verb
Mhm.
1, verb 2, verb 3, and then present perfect. I don't really care. But when you have, you can imagine if you can use it in daily speaking, how you can
Mhm.
maze that skill. You can use a complex sentence, not only in the writing, not only for analyze. We can use in daily speaking. That, yeah, I think it's really really work. Every
Favorites. All right. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Now I can say that you are good at English right now, Mr. Gandri. But I'm curious about
Oh.
after mastering or after having your English. Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to know. So what is the beneficial of English for you? Have you got beneficial things after learning
Beneficial
English?
in the materials contextual, or maybe in the what is it?
Maybe can be materials or can be in the another contextual thing.
I think it's like a tangible, yeah, intangible or tangible
Mhm.
context. So for intangible, I think it's a lot of benefits that I get. I know that this I joined in Sefeo. I know the Sefeo because I have joined, like you, Febri, that I joined the community but it's not very active. Yeah, it's very passive community, and the Sefeo is the most active community, I think. We have
Mhm.
what is the members already from Aceh until Papua, maybe. So a
Yeah.
lot of members, and the benefits like that, we can share anything, we can, you know. So I realized that practice English is cheap, very very cheap. It's about how to intention, how we know, how we want to know more about English. So
Mhm.
that there's so many English courses outside there. It costs an arm and leg. I use that idiom, cost an arm and leg. I mean, it's very expensive. So maybe no every person have a lot of money. So you can join join with us.
Mhm.
This is the intangible skill that I get from English. So from the community, I can know more, not only English. I know more about others' perspective, how to how to live. I mean, through this life, you must about like about random thing, you know. So there's so many perception that I get from the other people, and from the tangible, I don't know, maybe in my workplace, like I also initiate this community. I mean, I do small talk. I do like every week. We have a small talk that we just what is try to how to say that take a member. I mean, just to make them in one group. So whoever have a intention to learn English together, we have a small talk. It's just like what English community in my workplace to speaking English. Anything we want to what we want to share about anything. So for the tangible benefit, I almost do the job. I mean, get the contract. But it's not necessary. I mean, I also contact the tutor. I know a lot of tutor, but at the last the was the final decision that the office used the what is the formal tutor. I mean, from my office. So I almost get the job. I almost get the benefit. Like I almost get the what is the money, the benefit. But it's not really necessary for me. So yeah, I think intangible benefits is more than tangible benefit. I think it's really yeah, it's really important. Important. How about you, Febri?
Me, all right.
What
I
benefits?
guess
Maybe
that.
you get promoted. Maybe you have in the certain position that your boss. Oh, this is Febri. Febri is very fluent in English, and then okay, let's just give it to Febri. Febri will be managed English, or maybe you maintain the like what is communication with the broad or maybe the other country. Let's say
Okay.
with the meeting with English, maybe.
Yeah. Now I'm doing that. When it comes to the meeting, for example, like this, I try to lead it in English.
Okay.
Okay, what was the last question, Mr. Gandri?
So forgot. What's the last question? Maybe we can make one question
About
again.
it. Okay. So, okay, in your process to learn English, I do believe that there are many people maybe underestimate you
Mm,
to learn English. I mean, like they are not positive
yeah, yeah.
environment or something. How do you finally find positive vibes and positive system or supportive system, yeah, to learn
Yeah.
English?
So if you can't find the positive system, just try to make the positive system. I mean, I have also at that position when I'm still like a netizen. Let's say a netizen. Like always try to negative about the people who try to speak English. So maybe in Indonesia, so Inggris loh, wah so Inggris banget like that. I still remember when I have in that stereotype for everyone, or maybe for I see the person who try to speak English or with each other at that time. So and now I know recognize how important to learn English. So I make the circumstance, I make my environment like I have the family. Sometimes I just speak English with my children, with my wife sometimes, and my they respond well, even though they just yes no. But you really understand what I mean. Sometimes I just speak English and they try to in Indonesia, so he know a lot
Mhm.
more about things. So just make the system, just make the circumstance. So if you are the negative or maybe like a toxic environment who like think you are this so English like that, I think we are adult, no, but we can words. We can manage that thing, manage that feeling. We can choose the community who support us. It's different when maybe if you are in the senior high school, you know that the community, maybe if you try to speak English well, that your friends, maybe your other friend doesn't like you at that time because you are so English. But I think in now in the career we are in the already work, it's really necessary. Like you said that you are being chosen to lead the meeting. I remember the what is the last conversation is how you explain how you lead the meeting, how the boss, your boss is give your respect, give your what to say that responsible to lead the meeting. Yeah, that's my answer. Just try. And how about you,
Yes, yeah.
Febri?
Me, of course, meeting you is a positive thing for me.
Uh,
So you are my positive environment. You are my
I
positive,
feel.
my supportive system as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, CPO is also one of the supportive systems, one of the supportive community, I guess, especially for practicing English. Yeah,
So honestly,
because
yeah, honestly,
no
when
one in our group.
yeah, so honestly, when
Yes,
when
exactly.
Zelki asked me, Zelki is the president of CPL, when he asked me to become one a host, I feel amazed. I feel really appreciate that what is that invitation. So because it's like, yeah, I'm the power CPO. I lead the conversation. So like it's like a mandatory, but I really enjoy it. It's different if just we just join the Zoom meeting and then out doing the sometimes. Yeah, we know that we are the upside down feeling. We feel that we feel what is very bored. We feel stuck. But if we have the word obligation, let's say the mandatory from the
Mhm.
president, wherever I must do that text, right? It's like our commitment.
Yes.
So it's really necessary.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
carry on. Sorry for interrupt, Febri. So
No, no, it's yeah. As you said before, that CPO maybe is one of the best English
yeah.
communities that I have ever found
Mm-hmm.
during my learning process. I mean, especially for English,
Yeah.
because I like the what we call the programs, and of course the way they provide people to practice their English, like
Yeah.
only by way, but they give uh, each participant to speak.
Yeah.
They don't like they don't I mean, they are not being very dominant,
Mm.
something like that. So we give every participant to speak, the chance to speak, and it's very good. I guess it's a very good way, and of course it's so simple. Just like we just need to have your way a number, and then we call it like just
Yeah.
that. We don't have to like we need to provide a Zoom meeting, Google
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah.
No, as simple as that,
Simple as
only
that.
by calling.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we don't need what is like prepare the materials. Yeah, for the host, yeah,
Mm,
maybe we must prepare the what is the questions that we must ask for the member for the participant. But I
mm,
mean, it's like we can phone anything, we can ask anything what we want. Not really like a thought material. We must present it. We must develop it in a good way so the audience
mm.
really understand us like that. So just yeah, the method is very simple, but yeah, great. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. All right. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Okay. Wait a moment. The things that I want to ask was about this one actually. Uh, okay. Miss. Okay. Bro Gandri. I want to
yes,
call you Mr. Gandri, but I call you Bro Gandri. It's fine. Okay. Bro Gandri. Okay, when we learn English, you know how to learn it first by listening and also by reading. Is it suitable if you want to learn another language, maybe like Korean or maybe Chinese, with the same
Yeah,
way of listening and also reading?
yeah. I think it's the best method. It is the best method that
Mm-hmm.
we have as a human being. I mean, you can watch the you say the polyglot. The polyglot is the like a
Mm-hmm.
Fikinaki that person really
Mm-hmm.
enthusiasm to learn English. How they master English and not English. Everyone's many language, right? They have a challenge to master in only in 1 week, and they become
Mm-hmm.
fluent in that English and that language. So because they love it, the polyglot love to do it, love to imitate, love to yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they love. So I think learning new language is really if you love that language, like maybe you are a Korean, K-pop or maybe K-drama. Sometimes we know that language because we watch the drama, right? So we try imitate, then we follow the culture like that. It's like it's same like how to learn any language. So I also
Mm-hmm.
remember also that when in senior high school I have a Japanese language. So I don't really love that language because it's like have what is its own vocabulary, and then it's like burden on me. So I'm not really passionate about to learn it. And then yeah, so I make a slow progress, and I still remember when I take examination, it's really thought for me. I mean, I do cheating. I still remember I asked my friends who expert, and then in Japanese like hiragana, katakana, and kanji. So yeah, because I don't love at that time at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So the
Mm-hmm.
back to the question, how to it's possible? Yes, it's possible. You can learn any language. We have the exact example. We have a polyglot person. So I think polyglot is have the special ability that they can master it in 1 night, so it can be mastered in any language. But no, but the method I think is same method. They love, they feel curious, they love the
Mm-hmm.
culture. I think it's the what is the main point, the basic skill that we need to learn anything, learn especially in language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
Me?
You have any tips maybe? Or maybe I will ask again. What language you have mastered? Not only English, bahasa, maybe Palembang because you are from Palembang.
Of course,
Uh,
Palembang. I
maybe any
can
language, maybe
speak
Chinese,
Palembang.
Arabian, French,
Ja,
maybe
ja, no, no, no. Japanese, not
Japanese.
Japan, but Japanese, bahasa Jawa. Of course,
Yeah,
a little bit Sundanese, yes.
yeah.
I can understand when people are speaking Sundanese.
How
I
about
can
foreign,
still
foreign,
understand.
foreign, foreign language?
Foreign language, I'm not sure. Maybe English. It's only English, I guess. Chinese, I'm not sure, but now I'm in the process of listening a lot of what you call drama Chinese or something. That's the thing that I am right now doing. Like watch a lot, listen a lot. I do hope that I'm going to master it soon. I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
As long
Mr.
as long
Gandri.
as you love it, you can do anything, bro.
Yes, I love it. I mean, I love watching.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love watching. Only that, actually. Okay, maybe this is the questions. Do you think English affects the thought?
Sorry, pardon?
Do you
Again?
think English do you think English gets the impact of your thought, the way you think?
Oh, absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. So
Mm-hmm.
to learn like English is not, like it's really hard for us to translate word per word. Sometimes we need a phrase, we need words, the contextual about the meaning. That's change us a lot. How to how to think, like how to manage. We want to say that in Bahasa, and then we try to develop it in English. It's really totally different. So for me, it changed my way to think. So maybe like English is the mostly the English foreigners love simplicity. Indonesia sometimes we not in bahasa bertele-tele, but in English just main point just use that the topic sentence in the first or second sentence and then do the supportive statement in your opinion. So it's as simple as that. So for me to learn English like make me more how to say that more structure in give an opinion. You can say this is my point of view and that the fact how and why you choose that how you choose how you can how can you use that approach like that if you have the opinion why and how like that. As simple as that. Five W1H question I think is really important. So yeah, it's help. It really makes me makes me change about how we think about something. Yes, totally. Yeah,
Okay,
and
I
maybe
do
you can
agree.
share about.
I also
Hmm? Yes.
Yeah, I also experienced that. I feel it as well. I mean, the way I think right now is totally different, actually. Especially when I have learned English, so I feel like I get a lot of opportunities to have a wider references. I mean, like the articles that I read, and also the maybe the YouTube or maybe what information on YouTube that I finally search on with the English speakers, and also that's because of that way. Because of that way, I think that all right, they are very applicative when they talk about some things. When before, I mean, like back then, like maybe like years ago, I used to think like simple, and it was not applicative at all in the daily basis. But when I after understanding a little bit of English, I guess all right, now the way I think right now it's totally different. I try to understand the I try to search for the good references, journal or articles, things like that, and also I can resume the main point of it, the main point of them, and then it becomes my my not my idea. It becomes my capital to talk. Actually,
Yes.
that's what I feel right now. The way I think when it comes to the discussion, especially for the formal discussion for working place. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Maybe you can share how you still not share how your experience to lead the what is the meeting. Do you have any
The method.
special experience the meeting in your workplace? I mean,
Okay.
do you have any colleagues that have like let's say the English partner, speaking partner?
In my okay.
In your workplace.
Yes. Okay. Right. Well, in my office, basically, I don't really have a speaking partner, but my manager at that time, she was taking what a master degree in Germany, so they used to speak English actually. Yeah, she used to speak English actually. So I tried to what do we call maybe like to get an attention maybe, yeah, just I want to notice me that all right, this is a good one to lead a discussion or maybe a meeting in English. So that's the reason actually. Well, for me, it's only about practicing. That's all. There's no other intention actually for me as well, because the main point is the content. It's not about what language you use, but for me it's a challenging for me if I have to lead it in English. That that's all.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So it's like it's not
Ah,
burden on you. Yeah, you just enjoy the process.
yes. Yes, I just enjoy the process because I feel that, yeah, as I said before, that English is like when it comes to the language, whatever it is. I mean, you can say it's English, you can say it's Japanese, Arabic, or Chinese. When it comes to the linguistic language, it's a long life learning. It's a long life learning, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Uh-huh.
yeah.
Do you have any
What?
Do you have anything else to say to the listeners? Maybe for those who wants
Yeah, maybe
to
I just
have a good English like you.
no. I don't have any certificate to English. How you can say my English is good? I just say whatever I want to say. So maybe for the listener who still not joined with CPO, just come with us, just practice with us. This is really wonderful. Oh, what is wonderful community. We also have the like offline gathering like recently. So yeah, I do agree. English skill is like skills. Long life skills. Not it's different from your expert in math, expert in physics, everything expert in chemistry. When you maybe
Mhm.
graduated, you just forget that skill, forget how to use that formula. But for English, it's different. You will use every single day on a daily basis. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Moreover, if you gain your English, uh, if you have ability to speak English, I do sure that your connection, uh, I mean, like, yeah, your connection will be wider than what you have right now. So
yeah,
it's time for you to learn English. So to come and join CPO. CPU
yeah,
provides a lot of things, and then you can practice your speaking, especially.
yes,
Not only speaking, I guess you can also like practice your reading, your pronunciation, your
yeah,
writing, because it's WhatsApp, so it's a platform. So you can like have a chit chat with the
yeah,
another participant and the WhatsApp. So I guess that it's a good place for you to practice your English,
good
to
place.
improve your English. All right,
Yeah.
I think that's all. Yeah, Mr. Gandri.
Yeah.
So
We'll talk much more. We don't really about the time.
we talk a lot tonight. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm glad to have you here, Mr. Gandri, to
yeah.
talk about your experience in English. Yeah, and okay, all right, everyone, CPNers, thank you so much for
Thank
having us.
you.
Thank you so much for listening us. See
Yes.
you in the
Until next
next
time.
episode. Yes.
Until next episode.
All
And
right.
until
Thank
next
you.
host, yeah. For what
Yes,
I'm doing.
exactly.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.